Hello everyone, Gifted Soul here, back for another pick a card reading, and this pick a card reading is going to be regarding what your spiritual gifts are and how you can tap into them. I do have a personalized version of this reading available for purchase on my Etsy shop. If you are interested, you could also book via PayPal if you prefer. Just let me know and contact me, and I can send you my link, or you can get the link from the description box, and just put whatever the payment is on Etsy, put that amount into the PayPal. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So keep in mind that this is for entertainment purposes only, and it's not the substitute for financial, medical, legal, or any other type of advice given to you by a qualified professional. Free will is the way of life, and we're all in control of our own destinies in the end. So as usual, there are 3 piles. I couldn't get this last one all the way in the frame. This time, like I said, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, yeah, just bear with me. So 1, 2, and the third one is here. Just give yourself some time to pick. If you are not ready before I start, just pause and go to the timestamp when you are ready. Those are available in the description box as well as a pinned comment. So let's go ahead and get started. Also, this is not just not to say that these are the only gifts you have, but these are just the ones the Spirit wants to point out at this time, and to see how you can tap into those and make them stronger at this time. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll see you guys in pile 1. Welcome to those of you who have picked pile 1. This is a reading regarding what your spiritual gifts are and how to tap into them. So let's see. Okay, so we have Warrior Woman. And although this isn't tarot, it reminds me of a tarot card. It reminds me of Queen of Swords in a way. Anytime I do see it. I have some allergies going on, guys, so bear with me if you may hear some sniffling. But anyway, so yeah, Warrior Woman. If you weren't afraid, what would you do? So it's kind of like Queen of Swords. So Queen of Swords to me is all about somebody, doesn't have to be a feminine energy, but could be just somebody in general that is always on the lookout for something. Resilience, being careful with who they surround themselves around. So I feel like you're already strong in your gifts, and for the most part you know what they are, but I most definitely feel like you're not trusting everybody with I wouldn't say it's a secret, but you're not trusting everybody with knowing that you do have these gifts and that you are aware of things, and you're on alert. But Spirit is wanting you to ask yourself, what would you do if you weren't afraid? Put yourself in a position of being bold and tell yourself what you would do if other people knew that you had these gifts. Because I don't feel like right now, I don't feel like anybody would really judge you too much. I feel like they would be curious and have a lot of questions for sure. But Spirit is just saying to own your gifts and not be afraid for people to know. Yes, I will agree that not everybody needs to know. I don't tell everybody about my gifts myself. Most already know, simply because when I was younger, I had mannerisms of psychic abilities. But for the most part, I don't tell everybody. I mean, people on the internet know. Some of my immediate family knows. My parents, they all know. But just still, I don't say that I go to the store and see somebody from the store. They don't know that I'm gifted. Even if, like I said, even if it's somebody that I'm close with or something like that. Like, I I definitely don't tell everybody, but it's okay to have a few people here and there to know. Okay. Because more people understand than you think. So that's the message I'm getting with that. That's more of telling you what to do with your gifts rather than what kind of gift you have. So we have a nurture. Yeah. So Queen of Swords energy, like I was saying. Archangel Gabriel, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important right now. So it's very important for you to go deep within and find the inner child in order for your gifts to, like I said, they're already strong, but in order for your gifts to really bring out its fullest potential, you are needing to nurture them as if you were, or as if they were a kid, taking care of it, monitoring, I think I said that wrong, monitoring your gifts. And I do also see a need to do some journaling, making a list. Don't overwhelm yourself, but yeah. As far as inner child that wants to come up, I most definitely think this is a past life message. So it looks like you were a very nurturing, sensitive energy in your past life. And so these characteristics are going to help you with your gifts. So compassion. For the most part, I do see empathic energy. So you are an empath. With this, I don't know why, but pink and green kind of reminds me of Earth Angel energy. So I do see some of that in an Earth Angel. And the best way that I could describe it is simply just somebody who is one of the chosen few that God sent down on Earth to be living angels, to help transform people's lives, to help guide them and help them grow. Okay, so in other words, really just angels that a lot of people think that angels are just people that have crossed over and things like that, but it's not. There are literal angels on Earth. I'm not saying they have wings in the literal sense, no. I'm just saying that in even a stranger's life, you can help aid them to even their highest potential as well. But it says, soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. So, yeah, so just taking care for yourself, care of yourself, having compassion for yourself and others. And yeah, like I said, the main gift right now that's popping through is empathic. Because another thing, when I see Queen of Swords, again, this is not a Queen of Swords card, nor is it tarot, but when I see it, it most definitely gives me that energy. And that's what I always refer that card to. But to me, thinking as if it's Queen of Swords, because she has that sword there, and it is a feminine energy. Standing bold and big and tall. So I feel like this is more so about also just sitting on the sidelines, helping somebody else nurture something. So maybe you are meant to help others nurture their gifts as well, or at least help them get started. Like I said, people understand more than you know, and there may be even a couple of people within your support system or your group of friends or your family members, or some type of tribe, maybe even a social organization that has people in it that you are close to that actually may have the gifts, or they're starting to slowly but surely figure out that they have psychic abilities. And so I feel like you're at a level where you can help them. So let's see. The Lost Star Rebirth. Out of the darkness into the light. So I most definitely see you being a light worker as well. It says out of the darkness into the light. And that just really brings me more back to hiding your gifts. But rebirth is most of the time about something reawakening or something awakening for the first time. A chance to start over on something. But yeah, come out of hiding with your gifts. Take a new approach with them. Not saying that the old way is the wrong way, but most definitely Spirit wants you to do different things. Also, maybe you're kind of stuck in just doing one thing when it comes to divination or fortune telling, or whatever it is you want to call it. People call it different things. But yeah, you may just be stuck on for example, a pendulum, and that's great, and you can be psychic with that as well and have abilities. But another thing is that you could add something more onto it. You don't have to limit yourself. So a new cycle for you is definitely coming when it comes to these abilities. But I feel like that's more so because you've taken care of it. And your heart chakra has a lot to do with tapping into your gifts. So steady progress, yeah. Your gifts are only progressing from here. Like I said, I already feel like they are strong. But for the most part, they are still growing. But they're getting better every, in every new phase. If that makes sense. So we acknowledge you for the progress you made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. So yeah, going back to love and compassion and nurturing and sensitivity, and yeah, they're only growing. And don't be afraid of them growing and having stronger insights, because there have been times where I have been afraid of, not really necessarily afraid, but I would get like very strong premonitions and dreams and stuff that would come true, and I would be afraid. Like there was even one point where I was having these weird nightmares and stuff, and then it messed up my sleeping pattern. Like I literally just would not go to sleep, or I wouldn't go to sleep. I would stay up late just to keep from having to have those dreams. But like I said, a good many of my dreams, they do, or nightmares, shall I say, they come true in one way or another. And they do symbolize something. But, yeah. So, Aqua, experience peace and calm. Yeah. So, again, with the message of not being afraid, surrender and choose love over fear is a message that I'm getting with this. And with peace and calm, this also talks about meditative energy. So just finding a quiet, sacred space to kind of help you when during those times where you are afraid of different visions and things that you may be seeing or hearing or feeling intuitively. Okay, and our last one here is symbols. I'm going to turn it around and read the message on the back. Okay, so spirit people communicate with us in different ways. They can do so with words, images, feelings, as well as symbols. These symbols can be simple yet profound. Valuable information can be attained from the spirit people with a single image. There's a familiar saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. There are countless memories, There are countless memories, images, symbols, signs, and learning experience that we retain throughout our lifetime. So I'm going to stop right there. I may read the rest of it, but I have a point I need to make. So during reading this, Spirit showed me that you can read auras. And there was one other thing. I'm going to have to look at it again auras and photos. Okay, so photo reading may be your thing or something you need to try. Like I said, maybe adding something on to it, to what you already know and to what you're already doing with your practices. Or just with your gifts in general. So, like I said, aura and photos, and earlier I mentioned empath and light worker. So those are the abilities coming through for most of you here. But yeah, I'm going to read the bottom of the card here because I feel like there's no need for me to read the rest of it. But create a language that's personal to you, one that the spirit people will become familiar with. This will help create the best partnership, one that would continually evolve and grow. So yeah. All right. So that is all I have for pile number 1 regarding your spiritual gifts and how to tune into them. Again, if you are interested in a personalized version of this reading for your own energy, please head on over to my Etsy shop. Or again, if you wear the book PayPal, let me know. And we can get you set up. So I wish you guys love and light. I thank you for tuning in. And like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought, what you learned, and if you feel like this is accurate or has made sense. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Welcome to those of you who have picked pile number 2. Again, this reading is regarding what your spiritual gifts are and how to tap into them. By the way, I'm very close by a window, so yeah, that's big trucks and stuff coming through. Very small town. As I mentioned in a lot of my videos, nobody wants to come through until I start recording something, like literally. But anyway, please bear with me on that. It's also raining outside. It's not as bad as it was earlier, but the rain is fine. It's the big trucks and thingy-majiggers that keep wanting to pass through all of a sudden. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get into the reading. So we have the initiation. Rite of passage, you're going somewhere sacred. Okay, so I most definitely feel the energy of that the gifts are strong in your bloodline for some of you, for a good many of you. Because I'm being called to look at the rite of passage message. It says you're going to somewhere sacred. I feel like somebody, this is supposed to be about you, but I feel like somebody is about to trust you with, or maybe somebody already has trusted you with this secret of like psychic abilities and stuff. But I feel like this is going to help you come into your own for some of you. For others of you, it's the other way around, where you're about to kind of let somebody else in to your sacred space. But with the initiation and initiative, it means making the first move, taking the lead, being a leader. So I feel like if it's not somebody else, you have gotten this started, okay? You're the one that's going to start these gifts in your bloodline. It's not to say that they don't already have them. It's just that yours ended up stronger. You've awakened, found your abilities, and you're starting to work with them. And this is going to spark something and inspire something in everybody else around you to kind of get their connection started with their spiritual side as well. For example, I did this in my family for the most part. I do have gifted family members and stuff, but they never went, they don't consider themselves at my level. In other words, they're just like, you know, they're kind of put it off to the side. However, I dive deep into it. So it's made other people kind of step up and say, hey, I've had this gift. Your grandma has this. They have that. Whatever the case is. So rite of passage is, to me, meaning something is being passed down to you. So you definitely have family members with these gifts. I feel like I said somewhat the same thing in pile 1, but it's kind of different. Let's see. You know what to do. So it looks like you already have a lot of knowledge with your psychic abilities. So Archangel Uriel, trust your inner knowledge, act upon it without delay. So trying to release, like, let go of second guessing yourself, pretty much. You already know what to do. You have the right insights. I would say you're very accurate for the most part. So this to me just talks about like high intuition. So you're very highly intuitive, and you need to trust that inner wisdom and trust your knowledge, and don't be in a rush to act on it. But it's saying if you feel something, trust that first feeling that you get. Don't wait until a second or third feeling comes up. Always trust the first feeling or the first sign. So angel therapy. So it looks like you have the gift of communicating with angels. And you are needing to work on that. Also it says, give me your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. But what I see from this, since it's being one of your spiritual gifts, angel communication. And I feel like it's a you help me, I help you type of thing. So it's like Spirit is saying that your angels want to understand or want to learn more about you. Even though, yes, they probably already know, but there are just things that even your angels can't break down. They can't break down some type of wall that you have up. So yeah, letting your guard down, so to speak. We have the Holy Child, Starseed. I am a divine child of the universe. So you are a Starseed origin too. Interesting. I started to use the Starseed Oracle deck for this, but I had changed my mind and went with the Work Your Light Oracle. It's by the same artist as and the creator of Work Your Light. But anyway, it says, like I said, it says the Holy Child. There's a baby sitting on, I want to say this is a pearl. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So yeah, you are a starseed, and a starseed is basically, in short, from my perspective, someone that is from a different dimension. And no, I'm not saying you're not from Earth or anything like that. I'm saying like you have connections with extraterrestrial type of energy, galactic stuff, maybe even astronomy, astrology. Maybe Spirit is saying you're either good at this or you need to you're already good at this, or you need to tap into this side of yourself. Astrology is not what I do when I do readings. Yeah, it can come up in the cards and stuff, and Spirit can relate to me, zodiac signs and stuff. But as far as like needing your name and birth date to do a reading or a question, that's not what I do. Your name maybe, but birth dates, I don't ever use them. But anyway, so it looks like you have a lot of connections with astrological energy, or charting maybe. So Spirit is wanting to bring that up as well. That's not the only meaning of a starseed. That's just the one that wants to come up for you guys. Starseeds are also very understanding, and they are different. So yeah. So far your abilities so far that want to come up is Starseed, Angel Communication, and Intuitive. So the ocean. So kind of surrounding yourself by water, making sure you're not dehydrated, and meditating near water or water sounds is the things that I get with this card. So it says, the deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings you desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean allows power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. So we have, I don't know how to pronounce this. It's kind of like lavender, I guess, but mauve. Enjoy clear hearing. So I get clairvoyance too. Yeah. To help you kind of hear your guides and your angels a little more closely and clearly, I feel like Spirit is wanting to bring up meditation music. I think I do have a playlist on my channel. You just have to go to my channel and click the playlist tab. It's for, now I don't know what's on there because my niece gets on my YouTube account because the phone she had, she uses my mother's old phone. So she subscribed to a whole bunch of people, and and stuff like that. So there may be different stuff on there, but the only things I put on there was like meditation music, things to help me sleep and stuff like that. So yeah, but I'm gonna try to make some new playlists eventually. But those are kind of some things that help me not only with meditating and sleeping, but also if I've had panic attacks or anxiety attacks, sometimes when I accompanied that with my other coping mechanisms, it's helped me as well. So, and we have the Medium's Toolbox. So mediumship is another gift for you guys. I just want to show that. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to read until Spirit tells me to stop. So maybe I might end up reading it. Okay. And I mentioned in Power 1 that I do have some allergies that want to bother me out of nowhere. So if you hear me sniffling, or it may sound like I'm like trying to catch my breath, it's just, I'm pretty sure it's allergies for the most part. Yeah, it's that type of weather and time of the year for me. So bear with me. So as a medium, you have access to the most amazing set of tools, namely the Medium's Toolbox. Spirit assesses this resource by providing information, signs, symbols, and inspiration to enable you to be a more evidential medium. So that's all I feel called to read for that. But I feel like you kind of have a problem with maybe getting distracted when it comes to any of your gifts, and especially mediumship. But yeah, I just think you need to work on clear hearing, communication with your guides and angels, and again, to trust your first feeling. Okay, always trust the first sign. There's no need to have more signs or to ask for more signs. If you get them, that's great, but always, even if it's a small sign, it's your first is always your, and we are just only talking about psychic gifts because I just thought about something. But as far as like intuition and stuff goes, your first is always your best. So again, I feel mediumship, angel communication, intuition, and starseed. Those are the gifts that Spirit wants to bring up for you. I thank you for tuning in, and for stopping by. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about the reading. Again, if you like your own personalized reading on this for your energy in specific, I do have this reading available on my Etsy shop, or you can book via PayPal. Okay, so I hope you guys are staying safe out there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Welcome to those of you who have picked pile number 3, which is the final pile. This reading is what your spiritual gifts are and how to tap into them. Again, like I said in the intro, this is not necessarily the only gifts. This is just the gifts that Spirit want to bring, or that they want to bring up in this particular video and at this time. Maybe your main gifts, you can call it, and how to tap into them and work with them. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we have the No card. So I'm going to say that some of you may already be doing this professionally. I don't know if you're doing videos on YouTube with readings and stuff, or you have a clientele, you do both, or you're offering readings in some type of professional way. Or maybe Spirit is saying it's time for you to take it to the route of making money with it. And I'm going to get to this no. The no, I feel like, is you needing to set boundaries with people and your clients, or just people in general, even if you don't want to get paid for it or you're not getting paid for it. So give yourself time. Don't feel like you have to rush to get orders done. If you're sick, postpone the readings. And if somebody asks you for a reading, as far as like a free reading possibly, don't feel like you always have to give in to it, okay? But I feel like the no is more so about like setting boundaries with you and your gifts. And I feel like not allowing your gifts to take over your life, because it's very, very, very possible to happen. Where sometimes you just, you know, let your gifts kind of rule everything around you. Yes, you want to follow your intuition and stuff like that, but you don't want to do so to the point where you're always, you know, I don't know how to explain this, but like, for example, like if you are going to a grocery store or Walmart, this has happened to me in a few stores where I would just go in the store minding my own business. I could be around somebody or across an aisle trying to do grocery shopping, but it's like somebody's energy is tugging at me. Oftentimes I don't know who it is, and sometimes I do. So try to kind of maybe carry crystals or something around to kind of help you dissolve those energies so that they don't keep you from your daily activities. Because I'm going to tell you, yes, I enjoy my gifts sometimes, and I am grateful for them, but for the most part, it can wear on you. So, kind of establish a healthy relationship and bond with your abilities. So you are safe. Archangel Michael. The angel of stability and protection. So I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. So like I just said, And no could be also about not opening up your home to everyone. Um, yeah. Like I said, like when you go in the grocery store, I start feeling like a lot of different energies. Sometimes I don't. But there are times I will go in a store and start feeling stuff like, you know, but you are safe. And to help keep you safe, you're most definitely not only needing to work with Archangel Michael, but again, also doing some cleansing and maybe, like I said, keeping crystals nearby. Sometimes I will carry aventurine, amethyst, and rose quartz with me sometimes. I even had a rose quartz pendulum. It is broken. It's been broken for over a year or so now. So I'll definitely need to get another one. But it's not to say that nothing is going to happen to you just because you carry that. But I do feel like it will kind of at least help you feel like you're protected, if not completely protect you. Overcoming difficulties. Archangel Jeremiah, the worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. So Spirit is giving me clairaudient vibes. And clairaudient to me, sometimes I get clairaudient and clairsentience mixed up. But I believe what I'm looking for is clairaudient. And I think one of the main gifts with that is being able to see, hear, and feel through like just touching things, like maybe buildings or doors or a table or just anything, and then you start feeling things like that. So I definitely feel clairaudient. And again, whatever you have allowed stop fearing your abilities, meaning to overcome the fear that you have for, like I said, the energy of you're going somewhere, you always feel dark energy, or you feel somebody's energy in the store or something like that. You're going to overcome that. The goddess of balance, equality. I create and foster reciprocal relationships. So one-sided relationships, and we're going back to setting boundaries and saying no. So I feel like there's a romantic connection that wants to come up here where you're given these feelings, you're being told by your guides and stuff no about their connection or whatever the case is, and you are needing to follow that and use these abilities to help you maneuver through that connection, to end it if you need to end it, or to try to fix it if it's worth saving. So, but for the most part, there's something you've been asking about that connection. Your guides have already told you no, or that it's not the right time for some reason. But shower of abundance. To heal your financial situation, first give us your worries concerning money. We will guide you in order to show you how to create and accept abundance. As we work together, your financial situation will heal as fast as you'll allow. Okay, so if you're not, like I said earlier, if you're not already doing this for money, this is this is most definitely something that you are meant to be doing as at least a side hustle, if not full time. And yes, it's great to do it for free sometimes, but Spirit is saying that you are slowing down your own financial abundance by doing this. So make room for, yes, doing free stuff from time to time, but making sure that you're being able to provide for yourself or for whoever else you need to provide for too. And you can't do that without money. So maybe if you're concerned about finances and career, this is Spirit's way of saying, why don't you start showcasing your abilities? As I'm getting manifester as well, and manifester is just being able to create what you want. So I'm going to say you are most definitely some type of healer, maybe even Reiki, and also that horn just distracted me. Okay, so some type of healer and a manifester, kind of like the magician. Let's see. Okay, so we have ground yourself. So yeah, just learning to keep yourself grounded, and as a part of that protection, doing that is going to help you to stay grounded, like the crystals and stuff. And it goes back to the no. Sometimes you do have to say no to have a healthy connection with your abilities. Time to heal. So like I said, healer could be Reiki healer or just healing in general. As far as like with your hands, like I said, I got that magician vibe, and anytime I get that, that's what it talks about, manifesting. So I'm going to read some of this wherever Spirit tells me to stop at. So self-healing is an extremely important daily routine in your development as a medium. When practicing mediumship, you need to be in your best heart-centered space to create a clear, authentic communication with Spirit. Okay, so find a quiet space. Turn your mind to focus within. Ask yourself, what is my body, heart, and soul seeking right now? Is it intuitively feeling the need for healing on a mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual level? So this is about self-healing as well. Like I said, you are a manifester and could create what you want. But so let's practice patience at the bottom too, if you can see that. So I most definitely feel like you need to be patient in overcoming your fears, and when it comes to your abilities, and also just with your abilities in general. But for the most part, you do need to work on self-healing as well. And your gifts that Spirit wants to bring up at this time is healing, manifestation, crystal healing, medium, and clairaudient, I think is what I said. So that's 5 that wants to show up for you guys. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought. Was this resonating? Did it make sense? Did you learn something from it? Is it something you can take into account at a later time? Let me know. I thank you guys for tuning in. I wish you guys love and light. I hope you are staying safe out there, and I will see you guys in the next one.